Good morning. This week's devotion is in the palm of his hand. The psalm for this week comes from Psalm 91. Now, I love this psalm, partly because it's the basis for one of my favorite anthems, On Eagle's Wings by Michael Joncas. But more than that, it talks about the reality of suffering and the hardship in this life. And where is God in the midst of our pain and suffering? Some people believe that if you trust in God, you will never have hard times. You will never suffer. But that is not biblical. Suffering and pain and hard times are part of life, and they're going to happen to all of us. But that doesn't mean God doesn't care, or that God is mad and is punishing us for something. God never abandons us when we are suffering. Now, the lectionary doesn't use the whole psalm, but it gives us enough to get the point. Listen to Psalm 91, verses 1 through 6, and verses 14 through 16. You who live in the shelter of the Most High, who abide in the shadow of the Almighty, will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of the hunter and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and a defense. You will not fear the terror of the night, or the arrow that flies by day, or the pestilence that stalks in darkness, or the destruction that wastes at noonday. Those who love me I will deliver. I will protect those who know my name. When they call to me, I will answer them. I will be with them in trouble. I will rescue them and honor them. With long life I will satisfy them and show them my salvation. When bad things happen, God is there, holding us, sheltering us under God's wings. We have nothing to fear. But what about the part where it says God will rescue us? It says he will deliver us and show us God's salvation. But God's time is not always our time. The psalmist wouldn't have to mention all these bad things that can happen if God's faithful children weren't experiencing them. God is with us, and God will get us through it. But remember that our salvation comes in Jesus and in spending eternity with him. Paul rejoiced in his salvation while he was in prison. He was executed for his faith, but he could still rejoice because he knew that God was with him. When you are struggling, remember that you are never alone. When you see a brother or sister struggling, keep in mind that you may be the one that God is sending to let them know they're not alone. As disciples, we are called to stand with one another, to lift each other up, and to hold each other. I'm going to end the devotion today with the chorus from On Eagle's Wings, which is actually now in our new Glory to God hymnal as a hymn. And he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand. So hang in there. God has you, and have a blessed week.